Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and I am an international business student from Petra Christian University. On this opportunity, I would like to share a video that talks about myself and also the professional goals that I have set for my future. And I will use a framework that I introduced by Professor Dr. Casey Chen, which is action learning. And the reason behind I'm choosing this framework is because I believe that the best way to learn is learning by doing. So here is myself in action learning.
These are the action learning framework that I have mentioned before. The first question, what, is aiming at what do you know about yourself, then it will lead to the right planning about your future. Then the question why will answer the importance of how we need to understand ourselves better than anyone. After that, it will move on to how I perform, who did I learn from, and when should I perform, which later on will talk about my timeline. After we set our timeline, the question where will help us to understand the gap between what is planned and the actual result. And from that, we can know where should we improve ourselves. Then finally, how much will act as the balance scorecard, which measure how much should we improve to achieve our goals. So let's go to the first question, which is what I know about myself. To know myself better, I use several assessments to test my personality, team roles, and also my leadership. From my personality test, I can see that I am an extrovert person, which are considered as friendly, adventurous, and also enthusiastic. And moreover, from the score, I know that I am dependable, optimistic, and also having a high openness to experience, which makes me more creative. And moreover, this is the result of my technopreneurship level, which are achieving 63%. And from the result, I can see that I am preferred to be advised in trying the enterprising ideas that fit with my styles. While from the creative and risk level, I am considered as the person that are willing to take a high risk in enterprising as long as the risk is quantifiable and within the range of my tolerance level. So in conclusion, I have a high enterprising skills, but I need to be well prepared before doing it. In terms of learning style, I tend to be a pragmatist and activist, which always learning by doing and always aiming for the real application of the theory in the real world. And moving on the team role, I find my role as the implementer, plan, and also team worker. Implementer is the people who get the things done within the group, while plan is used to have a creative way of thinking and come up with the new idea and approaches to solve the problems. And lastly, team worker refer to those who are giving support to other team members and ensuring that all the members are working effectively. And meanwhile, in my leadership assessment, I find myself as the person who set the direction, aligning people, and also negotiate. In many opportunities, I have chosen as the leader. And the best leader will always make sure that the team will have the same vision to be pursued. And by having the same vision, I find myself quite good at aligning people together to achieve the goals. Then after all the members know what is their role in the group, it is my specialty to negotiate with other parties so that the project can run smoothly. That are what I know about myself, and I believe all of you are wondering, why should we know ourselves to that extent? I'm going to answer that question using 5 whys. Why we need to understand ourselves is because we need to know our capacity and limitation, and by knowing those two things, we will know what needs to be improved. This is the core of why we need to know ourselves. Then, why is it vital? Because there is no such thing as perfect, and everyone will need to develop and improve themselves. But on the other hand, it is necessary to set goals for our futures so that we can have something to aim for, or otherwise we will be outweighed by the other that are actually driven by his or her motivation to success. Then, why should we improve now? Because today competition is very tight, and we need to move forward to achieve our goals. Moreover, improvement cannot be done in an instant. It needs time. The last why is why the benefit is perpetual or continuous. Because everyone will need to improve continuously and bring the best of him or herself to perform with the best quality. and from it will later on lead to trust, and trust will lead to profit. And now we know why we need to know about ourselves. And the next thing that we need to know is how do we perform. And to explain this, I would like to use this little framework to elaborate on how I am performing. In Insight, I use 4 main attributes that I have, which are trustworthy, adaptable, honest, and also tough. And from those attributes, I will know what is my strong point. And the next thing, I need something to motivate me, which are my own timeline. It tells me all the deadline of the dreams that I'm going to pursue. And from the timeline, I will know what kind of knowledge and skills that I need to have to pursue them. And in this case, I will gain the knowledge from studying, especially in pursuing my bachelor's degree. And in terms of skills, I will equip myself by having a good working experience from both private and state-owned company, so that in the application in the real world, in terms of knowledge, I will pursue my bachelor's degree in Datruth Christian University, while for working experience, I had an on-the-job training experience from private company, and on the next semester, I will have an internship on a state-owned company. And the last thing, I will measure my accountability from the projects and all the responsibility that are given to me in the process. And to gain all of those experience, there are of course parties that are contributing to create the way I am right now, which are families, lecturers, friends, supervisors, and of course the past failures that I have made previously. And the next equation is when, let's talk about my timeline. On my 20s, I want to get my bachelor degree and gain experience as much as possible. And on my 30s, I want to get higher position so that I can apply all of the experience that I've got. But on the 40s, I want to start developing my own businesses so that in my 50s, I can start to nurture the next generation and delegating jobs. And finally, on 60s, I would like to take a less control of my businesses and start enjoying lives while monitoring the business. And after setting the timeline, I need to know where it went wrong and where it went right. And this equation is talking about how to identify which part that I need to improve by looking at the variance between what is planned and what is the actual result. And finally, how much do I need to learn? And to answer this question, I will use IPO model, which helps to determine the things that need to be done to pursue the desired output. First, starting with the input that I get until today was knowledge and also a little bit of working experience. While in the processes, I will finish my studies at Datruth Christian University in the year of 2017, and moreover, I will also have an internship opportunity with state-owned company to gain more experience. While on the output, I'm expecting to get a bachelor's degree and also more working experiences. And to measure the quality of the output, I need a balanced scorecard, which are GPA to measure the studying process in IBM, and also performance measurement from my internship company. And then from it, I will be able to know what kind of input that I need for the next step in pursuing the desired outcome. So in conclusion, this is me in the action learning equation.
And that's all about myself and also my experiences and also the goals that I have set in the future. And remember, dreams do not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, it takes determination, and of course, it takes hard work. So understand yourself and always be the best that you can. Thank you.